Hello, 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 my fellow burnt out besties. Welcome to Sass and Small Talk. I'm your host, Deb Bellino of Sass and Smalls, coming to you from the creative hub of all creative hubs, the glorious artistic space that is House of Owl Studios, my home away from home, nestled in the core of our beautiful city, Victoria, BC. I would like to take this opportunity to humbly acknowledge the Esquimalt, Songhees, and Wasanic nations, past and present, on whose traditional territories of the Lekwungen-speaking people we learn, we live, and we work. The guests that I have invited to participate in this series offer an abundance of knowledge and insight and want nothing more than to help us, yes, us, get that sass back.
I need my sass back.
Oh, you too? Well, if you want that chaos to be a thing of the past and you're ready to get back some of that sass, I got you. Hey, I'm Deb, host of Sass and Small Talk, reclaiming the joy of parenthood beyond burnout. As a mom of two smallies, juggling all the things from caregiving for elderly parents as an active member of the sandwich generation, homeschooling, while navigating special needs. With my own neurospicy brain, I'm no stranger to caregiver and parenting burnout. Through this lived experience, I've met some of the most amazing local parents and experts within my own community of Victoria, BC. They'll share real stories of isolation, loss of self, and burnout, and how they found renewed purpose, all while embracing the chaos that is our lives. So, join us here at House of Owl. Take a seat, grab your poison, and let's talk. Darling,
I need my sass back.
our next guest has experienced firsthand at a very young age what it's like to be a young caregiver. This incredible and life-changing experience set the tone for her own parenting journey, catapulting a dynamic career in corporate, beauty, fitness, and overall wellness. She supported and empowered other women to uncover what wellness means to them, while still understanding the importance of being kind to ourselves. I love that. Knowing our limits and maintaining essential boundaries, sometimes even with ourselves. Sitting right next to me is the very wonderful and very, very dynamic and inspiring Emily. She is happily married, a loving mama to her adorable little humans, as well as her sweet Akita bear dog. She is known in her loyal circle of clients as the Lash Lady, and more often than not has been affectionately coined as the Lashapist. I mean, lashes with a side of therapy? Yes, please. Yes, please. Emily was born and raised in BC, currently residing in the West Shore community of our beautiful city of Victoria. As I mentioned, she's a mama of two beautiful daughters, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, both of whom were the inspiration behind the name of her family business, Nevaeh Jade Beauty and Wellness. That's gorgeous. I absolutely love the inspiration. This year has been one enormous shift for her, and very recent at that. Finding herself at the crossroads, as so many of us do, between fulfilling society's expectations on top of her own expectations that she's placed on herself, versus doing what fuels her energy and her passion and feeds her soul. I love that too. Recently, she took a leap of faith and left the corporate 9-to-5 world that seemingly defined her for the last 16 years to become a full-time entrepreneur doing all the things. Just watch. Providing flexibility and accessibility to her family, all while navigating burnout. More specifically, and why I really wanted to have a chat with her, Emily is a certified fitness coach and wellness advocate who leads women through a unique, small class approach to become healthier versions of themselves while embracing whatever that might actually look like. And that's what really got me. She leads by example and removes the pressure of society's definition of what fitness and beauty should be by narrowing in on the empowerment of the individual woman, building community, and encouraging a healthy mindset as the cornerstone of wellness. Today, she's going to share with us how she navigated burnout and how fear, ego, and high expectations placed on herself by herself had kept her from following her true calling. Until now. My burnt out besties, let's welcome our very next guest, who I expect to keep me on my toes and off this couch. here on Sass Small Talk, the gorgeous face behind Nevaeh, Jade Beauty and Wellness, Emily Bowman.
Hello.
Hi, Emily. I'm so excited to finally have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh,
An opportunity.
It's a great opportunity to finally meet you. It's an excuse to get together, and I'm really excited. But I got to say, we were brought together by a mutual friend.
We sure did.
Shout out to Kayla. Kayla, we love you. Because let me just quickly say the story, because this really just encapsulates the kind of person you are. So Kayla, I just kind of reached out to her. She's one of my mama's friends. She's one of my mama friends. And I had said, I need some advice on like personal lashes, like just my own kind of individual lashes, because mama can't afford, regular beauty appointments, unfortunately. So she says, well, let me talk to my lash girl. That's what she said. Let me talk to my lash girl. And so then I said, okay, well, it's fine. Like, I didn't expect you to write immediately. And knowing how busy your schedule is, you wrote me. You took time to talk to me with no benefit to your business or anything. You just thought, I'm just going to reach out to this other mama who needs a little beauty advice. Why not? And so I love that about you. You just really, I could tell that you want to help a sister out. I could tell that you like to empower women, and you just like your girls. You take care of your girls. So I really had to have you on the pod. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you here. So to kick things off, I have to say, I'm going to totally regret this. So Emily got me on this thing. It's a challenge, and we'll talk a little bit more about it later. But she said that do this thing at home if your kids. Let me just tell you what it's called. It's a challenge called Mom. Okay, and so what this is that every time we hear the word mom, I have to do a squat or a lunge or whatever. So you can imagine how many times, like rock hard, J-Lo got nothing on me. So I got to say, I love this idea. So we're going to do this challenge today. Today? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so Emily's she's gonna kick my butt. But what do you think? What word? Talk to me. What should we say?
What should we say? Hold you accountable. What word are we going to say a lot? But not too much.
Yeah, not too much. Come on. I'm wearing heels.
That's true. Come on, buns of fire.
Buns of fire.
Let's go with the word lash. Lash or lashes?
Lash or lashes?
Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Plural. We'll work with that.
Okay, so we're going to work with the word lash or lashes. Yeah. So she's holding me accountable. I have to do a squat or lunge. I got to tell you, I'm not really good with lunges. I don't even know.
Let's do a squat. I feel like just for liability, safety. She's got heels.
For safety.
She's got pleated pants. Let's just do a good old fashioned squat.
Okay, a good old fashioned squat. You heard it here on Sass and Small Talk. Okay, so we're going to do that. But I have questions. I got questions. So I need to get started. Is that cool? Okay. So just don't say lash.
Oh,
okay.
Man. Here we go.
All right.
Who's counting?
Okay. Just one, right?
Just one.
Okay. All right. Okay. Was it good?
Very good form.
All right. Good form. She said good form. You heard it here. All right. So let's start. I want to hit the rewind button with you.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit about little Emily and some of the history that helped shape this machine of a woman that's sitting before me. Let's talk about like how whatever happened in your history, how it shaped you as a person, as a mama, as an adult, and your obvious work ethic. Talk to me about that.
Okay. So little Emily, we're going way back here. So little Emily was always probably a little too energetic, a little too loud, a little too bossy, right?
Extra. I love it. I feel you're my sister.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, little girl, I had a pretty like typical life, mom, dad, like medium kind of family, society. Everything was pretty good up until like, I would say about like age 11 or 12. My dad unfortunately fell ill. I was 12. He was 30. How was he? 32. 20 years difference between me and my father. And so he was 32. He was diagnosed with with a brain tumor. Yeah, he had brain cancer. And so I remember, and I don't mean to, turn this into like a sob story or anything, but I remember my dad. I remember being 12 years old and just, for the women out there, you guys remember being 12? Do you remember like the body changes and the mind changes and the hormones. And so then to have this come and just really, really shake things up.
Yeah.
Right. And so I remember just being a little lost. And I remember saying to my dad, I said to my dad, everything's gonna be fine. Dad's great. I was positive, that little girl. Happy, that little girl.
Yeah.
He goes, honey, I don't think I'll see you when you get married. I'm not gonna be able to walk you down the aisle. I'll be lucky to just get 10 years. Right? And so that's what Dad said. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're gonna be just fine, Dad. Right? So then throughout kind of my teenage years, so 12 and onwards, Dad went through multiple treatments, surgery. And so having to see that, my mom is a powerhouse of a woman. She raised the both of us while working, while caring for my father. And when my dad was in treatment, he wasn't working and all that. So of course we were there for the ride, right? The goods, the bads, the treatments, all of it.
You were exposed to such.
Exposed to so much. Yeah. Absolutely. And so, on top of that, family expectations, go to school, do the right thing, focus on yourself, because we got to focus on your dad. So that really sort of did something for me. It set expectations from a family expectation, but also to myself. I'm the oldest daughter. I'm the oldest granddaughter of a very big Asian family. And so
very well.
That put so much on my shoulders without even me kind of knowing that.
This is when you're a teen.
A teen. And when you're a teen, you want to fit in. You want to, have fun and go to sleepovers.
Maybe even a little selfish. Just be about yourself and your friends.
100%.
And that did not happen.
Not always. No, or it didn't happen smoothly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So that was that. And then kind of fast forward, my dad actually passed away when I was 21, 22. So if you guys remember, that was 10 years on the dot.
It was 10 years on the dot. He knew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gosh, that's incredible.
He knew. So Dad didn't walk me down, the aisle. He did meet my husband now and my, the father to my amazing father.
He did?
Yeah, of my children, Craig.
Craig.
So I've been with Craig since I was in my late teens. And so we've grown up together. He's met my dad,
Oh, you just gave me chills. I got chills.
I wish the relationship was more evolved than it was, because we were all young. Dad was sick and all that, but Craig has been also my person, my rock throughout all that.
Yeah.
Throughout
bless him,
grieving my dad and all that. And so so that was probably a really big part of my development, shaping kind of who I am. I guess kind of from there it was always I felt like I needed to be busy. I needed to be busy.
Busy brain.
I think so. And I think it was my way to cope, to not think about the bad. Because I was if I'm busy, I don't think about things.
Were you aware of this as you're busy?
I don't think
this
so.
is just something coming to you now.
I don't think so. But then people were like, wow, Emily, you're so creative. You're so hardworking. You have such good hard work ethics. You're such a go-getter. And that became a badge of honor. I wore it like a badge of honor.
Of course.
Right? So then
I've positive reinforcement. So you just kept going this way.
Right. When things were really dark, this was my light.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I feel you. All this stuff that came into therapy or haven't come into therapy is now coming to me right now. That's why she's called the Lashipist. So I'm sorry to interrupt you. So that's exactly what ended up happening for you, is that you were rewarded for this work ethic, machine-like.
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
So did this lead ultimately to burnout at this point? Did you experience burnout at that point, looking back?
I feel like I didn't really know what burnout was until about a year ago.
Oh, wow.
So fast forward another, how old am I now? Almost 15 years, 16 years from now?
Okay.
Yeah, from then. And I've had friends you're going straight for burnout. And I'm like, what is this burnout?
What is this?
I feel great.
Fine.
What are you guys talking about? This is what I do. This is my jam. So it wasn't until about a year ago that I started kind of noticing physical signs and mental signs, and just I was just, brain fog, and I was so impatient with my children, and never to like my clients or,
Never, no.
always professional.
Right.
But, like behind closed doors, I was crumbling. My
Yeah.
body was hurting. Things were just, and of age, there's age as
And
well.
yeah, there's
too.
that.
And lack of
I know that
sleep
one,
and yada, yada.
Right.
But yeah, I was feeling so disconnected from my body and my mind and my soul.
And you know your body so well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this was the clear sign for you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that burnout, now you're seeing it. And so you said cut to 15 years. What happened in this phase of burnout?
What happened in the phase of burnout? So like what got me to the burnout?
Yeah, like where you
So-
discovered it. Or is this kind of a long-term thing that happened and you're like, oh, so I'm just...
Well,
Was there a particular moment in time, something with work, or was it starting your business? Like, was there a particular thing that happened then?
Well, I mean, I think being progressive in my career, I landed a corporate job. It like kind of right out of high school with straight out of like a certificate of business administration, and then that's kind of where I was, and I kind of got into corporate and then kind of worked my way up to excluded management,
Wow.
and that was always kind of a goal of mine and a goal of my. A goal that my mom wanted for me, or my mother's, right? Again, others' expectations.
Others, yes.
Expectations. And so throughout I did that for 16 years, right? Worked my way up, always kind of, again, wore like a badge of honor. That became my identity. That's just what I did. I was the corporate hustler. I did
That's
that.
you.
That's
with
me.
side hustles.
With side hustle. Helped a lot of people, got into the foot into the door, into the corporate world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Follow the same sort of path. But then I was like, I can't even remember, like probably about 10 years into like corporate, I'm like, I need something more. So then I was like, fitness, right? I was actively working out, always turned to fitness.
So wait a minute, let's go back. Was fitness always in the picture? Is this or did it just creep up right now during this phase of burnout?
I feel like I was always active in like grade school, like playing sports and whatnot. But again, that kind of never
panned out
because of all the stress and stuff of family. And then when my dad was really sick, kind of like the last 2 years of like him being on Earth side, I feel like, I would work out more because I felt like my body needed that kind of release. And so I would say from my early 20s. So then kind of with like my 9 to 5, working the corporate ladder, I feel like kind of about like 23, 24, 25. I was still working out, had my first baby at 24.
Okay.
Got back into it. Needed something to stimulate my brain other than being a mother and a corporate hustler.
Love that.
So then, I was working out quite a lot and was working out with buddies and friends.
So
And
that was also your social experience
my social
too.
thing. And then I was like, I think I can do this as like a career.
Oh,
So
I
then-
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
So then I went and got the certifications for it. Did like the anatomy, the theory, all the things. Right, learned all about it. Got my certification. Started training. Rented out a small gym. Got a group of women of different ages, of different abilities, right, different limitations.
Yeah.
And then we just worked together. And so I did that for about a couple years.
So you already started this. You were still in the crux of corporate life. So this was the side hustle, which was also your comfort zone and what you also called, or your safe zone. You also called it your pillar. And so pillar meaning this has always been part of your life, but it's also something that you can turn to, you can rely on, lean on.
Yes.
I love that.
And at that time, fitness was never a cash. Like, I had no intention to make it like a side job or anything like that. It was truly a passion project.
So when you got groups together, that was a passion project for you?
Yeah,
Or
like
you
I
were
had-
building the business a bit?
A
Still?
little bit. I mean, I
little
had
bit
to rent a small gym, so there
Right.
was a small cost to,
Right, of
my
course.
classes, just kind of recoup some of that
Right.
overhead. But it was
But
definitely very
you weren't rolling in the dough like,
no,
at this
no.
point. It was
paid for like a
truly-
date night once a month
Yeah.
kind of thing. Honestly, people.
That's my life
Yeah.
always, like
Yes.
even now. So for you, it really truly was sweat equity, passion project, because you knew it also brought you peace as
Yes.
well, which I absolutely love that. And this is what's so funny because this is what really I was introduced to you with beauty in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say the word, okay? With beauty in mind, I'm pointing up to my eye area. And then I didn't realize you were into fitness. I didn't realize that you were whole body wellness. It wasn't just beauty. I'm not going to say it. Okay, maybe I should because I really need to get my button gear. All right, so we're going to say it now because I'm going to talk about my favorite topic of all time. It may not look like it because in the last 2 years of caregiving and my own burnout, beauty hasn't been much of a priority, but it is my favorite topic. And I'll tell you why. And I want to ask you a question about this because finding like the right lash game.
Here we go.
Do I have to put my arms up?
You don't have to. It's good for stability.
Okay.
There we go.
Am I doing it right?
It looks really good from here.
Should I go like this?
Oh, yeah, let's see the profile. Yep.
Am I doing
That's
right?
good. Yeah, she's sitting right down. Perfect.
I do not squat well, especially in heels, but to have your validation really means a lot to me. So, anyways, the idea of finding the right, look for myself, that what works for me, and then having that like je ne sais quoi that gives me that confidence and like that perfect lip and all of that. It is really for me what's effective is working from the outside in for wellness, and I need it to be transformative for it to be to see the I need to see the transformation for it to be transformative for me, meaning I need to kind of see a little physical change for me to keep getting motivated if I'm working out. I need to actually put the lashes on to feel cute. I'm sorry. I need my...
I'm going to hold you accountable.
Oh, gosh.
Number 3.
Okay, let's do this.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay. It's funny. I'm not even sucking in. I was like, it's fine. You can see it all hang out. It's fine. And okay, so basically just like, doing all those things makes me feel better inside. So I want to ask you, because I do walk with confidence when I have my face on and I talk with confidence. And when I'm not, I look down and I have a little bit of I kind of like saunter around. I don't want people to see my face. So, and the same with health, like physical health, I haven't felt cute in my body and I haven't embraced it yet. Let's be real. I know there's this wonderful, body positivity, like own your shape and this and that, but I know I could do better. So I just kind of like accept it, wear bigger clothes and just kind of hide it. So when I have physical change I can see, then I continue with that motivation. Now, having the mentality of outside to in, like feeling better because I look good on the outside, is that superficial? Is that a healthy mindset? Like, be honest with me.
I don't think it's unhealthy to be motivated by what you see on the outside. And I'm not going to go into too much about like how we present ourselves or what we do to make ourselves feel good because that can look very different for kind of everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's a pendulum and I think it goes both ways. I think you need to feel good on the inside and you automatically will feel good on the outside. I think if you put on a really cute outfit and you got some really cute makeup on, you just got your hair done, you got your face on, I think that also helps with your self-care and your mental health on the inside.
So it's kind of like a back and forth, like they help each other.
They do help each other.
Okay. No, you're right. I mean, truth be told, when I'm rested, when I'm more clear, and I hate to say, but when I have my my happy juice, my vitamins, my coffee or whatever to just kind of get me awake. And I'm much more motivated to do a squat.
Yes.
You're right. Or I'll have the energy to put something cute on if I don't have the inner workings working. You're right. So maybe I
don't think you're off base.
Okay.
I don't think you're off base. I think when you pride yourself in beautiful, expensive gym gear, right? You're all the expensive like makeup and all the things to make you look absolutely Instagram ready. Plus the filters, right? And the posing and all that kind of stuff. And you're sitting at home and you're binge watching TV, you're binge eating and and I'm not saying that's not okay once in a while. If you're doing all those things but you're not doing all the inside things to kind of feed like you from the inside out,
that's when it becomes that facade, almost like the superficial.
That's when it's unhealthy.
Yeah, because the mindset is, well, I'm just going to see, I'm just going to do what society expects of me and how I can get that algorithm up for IG. I'm going to just do what I need to do to look good, but truly, I'm not doing the work.
And it's not rewarding.
It's
because
not
you
truly.
didn't do the work.
You're right.
You didn't do the steps to make you feel that way. It's
That's
just
the secret. So unknowingly, I've been doing both in a way.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of.
I think
Or
so.
at least now I can, pretend I know that I'm doing it the right way. So we talked a little bit about this, how like when we have burnout, the secret to not having burnout is to just like find ways to get out of it. Right. So even just talking about what we just said, like getting moving, you hear all the messaging, whether it's Instagram or it's, all the other social platforms or the expectations that's placed on us on what beauty means. So like, gotta look like this, get outside, get moving, work on your mental health, get on the grass, do this, do that, try that product, try this product, buy this, buy that. You'll look younger, all that. And the dreaded word, I call it dreaded, but it's a buzzword, self-care. It kind of triggers me, Emily. I'm sorry. It kind of triggers me because I feel like it makes me sad, because when you're a caregiver and you're especially as a sandwich gen person, I'm older, my kids are younger than planned because of all my losses, blah, blah, blah. And then I have older parents because they started late. We just did not plan well. We did not do this with a schedule in mind. But whatever the case, we're dealing with that now, and it's a beautiful spirit. It's a beautiful spiritual, experience to love on our family. But I lost myself in the process, so I don't have the money to be going to like a fancy gym, just like what you said, but I don't have the time even to like, you see in movies, running, along the beach every night and waking, or maybe even after dinner, go for a walk. I don't have time. I'm chaotically like living my life, making dinner at like 7:00 at night. My kids are ready to go to bed. Like I'm literally brushing their teeth the second they're done their last bite. I don't have time to go for a walk. Like, and even putting my makeup on, other than meeting with you, I don't typically do this. And so what do? I do the opposite. Like, and even like I was just telling you with my, with appointments for lashes.
You're
strict, Emily. You're strict. Okay. All right. We got it. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you. Okay. I'm secretly doing this too so I can have like rock hard butt because it's my anniversary today. So I want to be cute for my husband. Anywho, so I don't have time for appointments, nor do I have the money. And I would. I think I would go to you in a second, but I can't afford it. So what do? I do exactly what you said. I kind of go home and get depressed about it a little bit, right? And I rock my mom bun. I accept it. I revenge sleep. I snack at 3 a.m. And maybe I'll throw in a little empty promise, like, okay, it's Sunday night. I'm just gonna like throw this last cream puff in my mouth, and I'm gonna stop Monday. I kind of like throw that in there to kind of make myself feel better. And it's been about like 52 Mondays that I haven't committed to that. Right. So that's all empty promises. So truth be told, I feel shame. I feel like I'm falling to these habits, but I kind of need it. It's like the revenge sleep is my me time. And the snacking is like a girl's got to eat, right? Like, and like, I kind of just have to do the mom bun because it's quick and easy, and like, why not? So, but the truth is I don't want to feel shame anymore. I don't want to feel like poop every time I accept the reality of not being able to fit these things. So can we talk about the one thing that I know is your strong point when it comes to empowering women? Giving ourselves grace. I'm sure that's roaming in your head right now.
Big
like,
time.
She's got to give herself grace. She's got to give herself grace. So talk to me. Lashapist.
Oh,
dang it.
What, are we counting 5? We're 5. I think we're 5 here. We'll continue after she's executed this beautifully.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, so kind of words that were roaming through my head as you were saying that, like grace, expectations, discipline. Okay. So when you say self-care and the word self-care and self-love is kind of a trigger word, it's because when we're so at max capacity, you're like, I don't got time to think about myself, right? Like that's just you're adding stuff to my plate that I already my plate's already it's already full.
Pressure.
It's so full, right? And so that becomes very, it's not a very appealing thing that you want to do for yourself because it just adds to your plate.
Yeah.
So I've said this, as a trainer, next Monday, sis, is never gonna come. Your next 51 Mondays that you've missed, that's why you've missed them because it's never gonna come.
Oh, good grief. Where were you 52 Mondays ago?
There you go.
Or Sundays, really, because I make the promise on
Sunday
Sundays.
night, and
Right.
then Monday rolls around, and
Yeah.
it never comes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're setting yourself up for a goal or not as a goal, an expectation that's not realistic, right? So let's say, okay, you're going to start tomorrow. Let's say you start one Monday. Tuesday, it was a horrible day at home. Kids were not behaving. Someone falls sick. You've got, stuff to clean up,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Everything goes sideways.
You basically just
Yeah.
were in my house just this week. Yes.
There you go.
Exactly.
Everyone's in bed. Everyone's good. I am pooped. Okay, all I want to do is have a bowl of ice cream, cuddle with my husband, and watch trash TV.
Yes.
You do that. But then you're like, crap, it's Monday. I have completely failed myself. I did not move my body, right? And what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm slumming it with my mum bun.
Oh, God.
That's okay.
Stop looking into my brain, Emily.
You had
Stop.
such a hard day, girl.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Start on Wednesday.
Start Wednesday.
Start
Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to think it's going to be well tomorrow
Yeah.
or Thursday. I'm going to start with my happy juice. I'm going to start with my smoothie. I'm going to go for a walk because my husband's home before he has to go to work. Just baby steps. And those baby steps, I'm like, that felt really good. Come Friday, house upside down again. Okay? Not great. Sunday, hey, things are good. I'm going to go
For my walk.
for a walk. I'm going to go do 25 squats every time my kid says mom. Just baby steps.
Or
And then-
LASH.
And so, totally.
Wait, does that count?
No, it does not count.
Thank you.
We're
I love
okay.
you.
I think she needs a break.
Thank you.
So, and then that becomes a manageable expectation of yourself, a manageable goal, right? And when you start doing things more often, it
Mhm.
becomes a habit. And then a habit becomes a lifestyle. And then soon you're like, you know what? I'm going to start incorporating this kind of more often because I've now figured out how to do it in the chaos of my life.
Oh, I love that. So you actually, is this what happened with your fitness? It became that pillar. So it becomes a pillar for you.
Yes, because I thrived on that endorphin of just when I was in the, it was rough and I was stressed and I was tired. And then I loved how I felt going for that walk.
Ugh.
So then I was like, I need this. I need this in my life. So it's like it became a pillar and a essential, but I want to use that word so lightly because it is an essential, but it's not a priority, if that makes sense.
Okay.
My priority is keeping a roof over my kids' heads, right? And my family, they're fed, they're clean, they're clothed. Those are
That's the essentials.
yes,
Yeah.
those are my priorities,
Right.
Right. Self-care, self-love, those are also my needs, but those are secondary needs
Right.
for me.
Right.
And so,
And that includes fitness.
and that includes
Okay.
fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that includes fitness. And that includes, time with my husband and date nights and time with my girlfriends and that kind of stuff. And so, and if you, there are two, I guess in two parallel where I'm not as regimented as probably people think that I am.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Then why are you so awesome? Let's keep it real. You seem to be able to organize your life and fit these things in. What's your secret?
Because I was able to just seize the opportunity when I had them. And then it became a habit and then became a lifestyle and it became a cycle.
So not necessarily a routine.
Not necessarily a routine, but it became a thing that I knew I had to incorporate. So
Or you wanted to incorporate
I want to
too.
incorporate. So, I never skip more than kind of 3 days without moving my body or having a good workout. Right? But, sometimes it's been a week and it's okay.
You okay?
Rest is also good for your body because when you're stressed and you're running, burning at both, ends of the stick,
Yeah.
full tilt, your body is still burning. You might not be exercising or releasing those endorphins, but your body needs time to calm down from that kind of fight or flight.
You're right.
Right? So
You're
that's when
right.
you give yourself that grace.
The grace is also, like, I mean, I'm giving myself grace and, like, you know, without even knowing it, let's say I did integrate fitness and you know, physical health in my life, which I haven't. I'm so sorry. I still feel shame. Take away the shame, Emily. But essentially, if this becomes that kind of idea, like this is my lifestyle, this is just part of my everyday or my every week or whatever, however that looks like.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love that about you because you talk about how health, physical health, mental health, you know, all the health, all the wellness is what it means to you.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be the same as what it means to this person and that person. Or even when I look at you, your physical health is very different. Like what I imagine is like physical health would be very different because you're at a different level of it because you've had it in your life for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to say, like, once upon a time, just a little side note, once upon a time, I used to work out. I used to love working out. And I think that's where I'm like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Like I actually have a picture of myself and I'm posing. It was just a silly thing. An old boyfriend took a picture and I was quite defined at the time because I think he was trying to train me without me knowing. He was trying to train me for some sort of fitness thing. This was pre-kids, of course. And I did have a unhealthy mindset at the time-ish.
Right.
It was more about like not just the looks, but it was about the weight, which I am not a fan of, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at that picture. Is it healthy to look at that picture and kind of go, hey, I can get there again. Or this is cool. Or would it be better to just like, let's just embrace the fact that this is my new body. I've carried 11 children in my body.
Yeah, you have.
And so would I expect to look that way again? Possibly no. But it won't get like, I mean, what do you think of that? Is that crazy beans?
No. I think the fact that you're mindful, that you knew that you had unhealthy mindset about your weight. You were obsessed with the scale and you had to be at a certain weight all the time, right? And that's not realistic.
No.
I think when you look back at that photo and you're like, there's parts of that girl that I love. I love how disciplined and I was confident. Are you going to look like that? No, because you are a warrior, right? You are a vessel of love and like you carried 11 babies in your body. We're not going to look the same, right? Our bodies they just don't do that, right? We age, they change, we put on weight, we lose weight, we, gain muscle tones or gain fat or the opposite,
right?
Because it's to prepare us for the seasons of our lives, right? Women gain weight because when they're pregnant, right, to protect their babies, to make sure they have a vessel that is nurturing for their babies.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes when those babies are either, with us or, they're not on our side with us, like our bodies kept them safe. And that's why we are shaped the way we are as mothers and as women. So love that body. Love that version of you back then.
Yeah.
Love this version of you now. Like, look at the growth that you've done. That body back then could not have done what this body has done now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now she's really kicking it up a notch with the whole lashipist thing. Oh gosh. All right, let's do one more. Okay, let's do this. Am I even doing this right?
I think so. No, you look really good. You're square. Yep. Sit back into a chair. Knees behind the feet.
Good?
Yeah.
I'm going to look cute for my husband later on tonight. I really appreciate you saying that. It's true. We just have to embrace our body. We have to embrace what it's been through. Yeah, love and lost. It's carried so many and it's gone through so many surgeries and all that. So why am I so hard on her,
Society.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do look at people, I'm like, well, she was pregnant. She did it. And I mean, I'm not really that, I don't lack the self-assuredness and I'm not proud of myself. Of course, there's moments where I'm like,
Right.
I did it. But there are moments realistically, especially during the bonbon moments. And, I'm watching, the back-to-back episodes on stream, of my favorite reality shows, feeling really low about myself.
Right.
And I just kind of think those are moments, little glimpses in time. I'm going to give myself grace and just know that those, there will be times I will feel that way and it's okay, but I could use it to motivate myself.
Yeah.
I love Emily. I just want to take you in my pocket and just like, okay, remind me. Okay, so I would be remiss if I just had this beautiful human here and not ask you to give us samples of what a day would look like, fitting in creatively. Stuff like the fitness part. Like let's start with the three areas. I want to talk about fitness. I want to talk about beauty, and I want to talk about mindfulness. But let's talk about fitness and movement. So what would be a nice creative way that a very busy caregiving mom, and I know you said it's different for everybody, but like just kind of a general idea of what a day could look like for someone who's burnt out and at max capacity.
And again, right, it depends on what your stint is. Like, what do you like to do? What kind of exercise you like to do? Is that walking? Is that hiking? Is that yoga, meditation? Is that Pilates? Or do you like to go pump iron at the gym?
You're right. It's like finding what it is first before even saying, hey, like put me on some regimen.
Totally.
It's like finding what you like.
It's finding what you like. And of course that takes time. That takes time is money, right?
Time is money.
That takes time and possibly takes money
Yeah.
too.
I like what you said, because like let's say like with the yoga, I don't have time, but I do have an app. I could put that time and limited funds into one of those yoga apps that I can look at.
Apps are good. There are free apps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
YouTube, there are tons of instructors who just,
That's true.
fitness have been around since, ever, right? Like, we're always evolving. There's always new techniques, but the human body and the anatomy of the human body has never changed.
No, you're right.
Right? So it doesn't matter if you're looking at a yoga video from like the 90s.
True.
You know what I mean?
Or hip hop.
Or hip hop from the 90s. It gets your body
You're right.
going. Right? If you like dancing, right?
Yeah.
I play Just Dance with my kids.
Oh, I love that.
I am sweaty.
Okay, so then you're playing mom role while exercising, while getting them moving. That's a
Totally.
big thing for me, is like getting them moving.
They love that. My kids have bikes. We ride bikes
ride
outside,
bikes.
right? And like for me, like I need to go to the gym. I like building the muscles. That's what works for me. So
Yeah.
me and my husband find time to carve that out.
Yeah, because it's a priority and you enjoy it.
Exactly. We do that. But on days that if he's sick or, he's injured himself mountain biking or something for the 100th time and we can't go to the gym, right? Or whatnot, then, either I go by myself or I go for a bike ride with my kids.
I love that.
I play like airplanes on my back with my kid, on my toddler on my
that's
knees,
true.
right? I do little
Right.
domino stuff. We do a family workout together. There's tons
What?
of family workouts on like YouTube. Yeah, like
Family workouts?
like Mummy and Me workouts.
Oh, cute. I gotta do that. Okay, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that. That's
And-
amazing.
And it's just, your fundamentals, your squats, your sit-ups, your push-ups, right? Move the body.
Actually, that's what I loved about your account too. One of the things that really stood out, you were showing how you and your daughter, your 10-year-old, you guys were both doing something, and I thought, oh, that's amazing. I want to do that too with my daughter. She hates moving. They do.
Kids love it. My kid asked me to go work out with her all the time.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Yep.
And it's not about the workout it's not about the this or that.
Respiration.
It's about, it's about I think I notice a behavior change in both my
100%.
kids when they move. And I know my son begs me to play certain things, and I'm kind of like, let's leave it to your dad. And I think that's where I have to change the mindset. Like, no, I can't play soccer, but I can learn, or we can make it fun and laugh. Teach me. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. She's also a family therapist too. I love that. Okay, so and then also, of course, the other thing is the mom challenge. And I know for me, I kind of do a double squat when my kids go, "Mom, where is?" Whenever I hear "Mom, where is," which is like 50,000 times, that's when I do 2 squats. So a little doozy. So I do like that idea of and you were the one who brought that to my attention, that's a thing, and I do like it. I might not like it in heels, but I do like it. Okay, so what about beauty? So I look at you. How the heck do you have time to? And this is not just today. You always just manage to just be cute. Even our prep call, that was early morning. You were just going on your walk. It was just family day. You feel. I'm assuming you feel good. You look good. So what is it that you do, or what would you kind of encourage a person like myself who wants to look good but just doesn't feel like? And let me just tell you really quick. So I have a friend who she doesn't wear that much makeup, but she will not leave her house without her lip on. So she'll even have 2 different socks, 2 different shoes, whatever, hair this way and that way, hat, but she will always put her lip. So I do believe in accentuating a feature that you like. So like for me, I want to look awake. I think my eyes are very expressive, so I do want to make sure I do my
Just say it. Just do it. We're holding you accountable.
lashes. All right, let's do this.
Very nice.
It's good because I have a lower gravity, or what do you call it? Lower center of gravity.
It's because you're shorter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's easier to get down there quicker. That's a good thing for me. But that's what I mean. It's like we want to look good, and so what we want. Some of us, kind of have that as a priority. But even whatever that means to whoever the caregivers are and mothers, and who don't put that effort usually, but actually like feeling good based on how they look. What would you suggest we can do to kind of like take care of ourselves a little bit in a quick, efficient way that fits with our lifestyle?
So thank you for saying that I looked great on our prep call.
Okay.
Thank you for acknowledging
you did.
That you thought I looked great.
You did.
I didn't feel bad about myself, but I definitely was not put together like I am today. Right?
Okay.
And not that I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now.
You aren't.
But, a little focus veil, a little moisturizer, a little bronzer. But,
oh, you have some quick go-tos.
Totally, 100%.
It looks very natural, I have to say.
Thank you.
Like very natural, but like right on point. Like on point. So you didn't do that on Saturday?
I didn't do this on Saturday.
Or whatever that day was.
Whatever day that we had our prep call. No, but I think others think I look good that day. I didn't necessarily think I looked bad, but I don't think I looked good, right?
Interesting.
Because I felt good though.
But you felt good.
I felt good. I felt rested.
There's the inner workings again.
Yes.
And you were walking.
I was
outside,
walking.
with the
I had a client. So I was vibing with my client. It was a great energy exchange.
Yeah.
I had worked out the day before, did my greens that morning. I felt good.
So you fill your cup in all the other ways. So it's not necessarily about the beauty aspect.
No.
It's about holding your head
and
high.
of course, diet, exercise, it's good skincare.
Yeah.
The
Skincare,
basics,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not, steaming my face every night. Like I don't got time for that.
Yeah, we don't have time.
No.
So that's exactly what I mean. It's like, but when I see this, I think, oh, okay, so she does that. She takes care of her porridge. She does her this and that.
So those little micro things that you do every day gets put together. And I guess whatever you're liking and you're seeing
is what I'm seeing.
It's working.
The long term. It's not this quick fix. Okay, I love
quick
that.
Quick fixes are not going to work, just like Monday's never going to come.
Dang, I'm all about the quick fix. That's my problem. Oh, lashabist. Okay, gonna do it again. It's almost like I want to do this.
See, it's endorphins, guys. It's working.
Okay, so I love that. I love that you kind of went around that, which I love. It's not necessarily about the beauty. It's about tying in, all the things that make you feel good, and you'll just naturally look good. It just exudes.
Glow, I guess.
You glow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to mental health and mindfulness. Sure. So how do you fit that in? Because I know for me, nobody got time for like a 5-hour meditative practice. No shame on anyone who does that. But I mean, I personally fall asleep after like 30 seconds. So how do we fit some sort of spiritual something or meditative practice or mindfulness, holistic wellness? Like, how do we fit that in if we're super crazy busy?
Questions. A lot to unpack.
Well, I kind of feel like meditation's not the only thing.
No.
It can't be. Not that there's anything wrong with meditation. I know, like, when I was a little bit nervous today, you just kind of took me on your breathing journey. That was something. So a little bit of breath work. Yeah.
So let's touch on holistic. I'm all about holistic wellness, right?
Right.
We're not going to talk about religion today. We're not going to talk about politics. We're going to keep it real neutral here.
Yeah.
Holistic approach, right? Being the word mindful.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been our keyword. We've said that a lot today.
Oh,
Mindfulness. Being mindful of like your schedule, your surroundings, your nervous system, like your levels of where things are, So if kids are driving you nuts, you know what? I'm gonna admit I'm not the gentlest parent
Mhm.
that I wanted to be,
Mm.
and I strive to be, right? So we have moments where we're really at our wits' end,
Mhm.
and mindfulness helps me walk away. Right? You walk away, you take a breath, you go for that walk. Go pet your dog, my Kita bear. Give him a big hug. He absorbs my energy. I just love him so
I love
much.
that.
Right? So for me, that's therapeutic in itself. Midday, we're always go, 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 right? It's so easy to not be just mindful of your surroundings and how you're coming off or how abrasive you are to yourself even, never mind to like your family.
Yeah.
And that's the last people you want to be abrasive to.
It's true. And it's always the first.
Yeah.
They're always the first.
So for me, outside of like energy exchange with my clients, exercising, eating well, fueling my body, I have a gratitude journal.
Oh, I love that.
So, I have a deck, right? A covered deck in my house. Sometimes I'll go outside and I'll do it at night with the tea when the kids are in bed. Sometimes if I get up early enough and they're not awake yet, and I feel like I've had enough sleep,
Right.
I'll grab a cup of coffee and I'll do it in bed. It's a gratitude journal that just, ask me questions that I'm appreciative of and what I have gratitude for. Outside of that,
And let me ask you, it's not digital. It is a notebook.
it's a physical book that I have to
physical.
write down.
That makes a difference
Yeah, it
because
really
you can
does.
get distracted with like, let me
No.
check out this text and email.
And then you have a notification and you're like, oh,
Notification. Yeah,
forget it.
no,
Right?
you're right.
So this is devoted time, tangible, pen to paper work.
Right.
Right? And they're just really easy questions, but they make you think and they take you out of that sort of fight or flight mode that like, gotta get up and do all the things
Yeah.
before the kids wake up and then
Yeah.
all the things when they are awake.
Yeah.
Just a moment to yourself and just look, it creates a space for you. So outside of my gratitude journal, like I've been in such fight or flight mode and in burnout, right? That I've
right.
now come to realize that I have this tendency to disconnect a little bit. Disassociation.
In a good way or in a bad way? Like intentionally or?
Definitely unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely unintentionally. I don't think it's necessarily bad.
Okay.
I'm not fully disconnected from, human emotions or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
okay.
that. But just from kind of my reality a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And so that's been a thing for me in the last kind of year or so too, where I'm like, I just gotta take a moment and look around. So if we're outside, my kids are riding their bikes, they're doing sidewalk chalk, they're blowing bubbles, and the neighbors are chatting, the birds are going, the sun's shining, right? And like I've just been more mindful to tell myself, Emily, take a moment
Mhm.
and just look around and be like, look at like the abundance of like the fruit of your labor.
Mm.
All that like progressive, that hard work ethic that obviously caused a lot of issues
Maybe,
too.
yes.
But
But it boils down to this moment.
it boils down to this moment.
I love that.
Yeah. And so for me, I'm like, wow, like, yeah, we're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I am so lucky. Look how grateful I am.
I
Like,
love that.
Look at all this stuff that I
So you're
have.
not just like,
No.
no shade on that because I
No.
admire that. I do. I just personally don't know how to do it well, I guess.
I'm
so
not
I
a
don't do
namaste
it.
sister.
Oh, you're not.
I try.
I try to. It
My
didn't
brain
work.
doesn't let me. It's too busy.
It's too busy.
I'm making my grocery list while we're in some
Yeah.
swan pose.
I admire it so much and I see it and I'm like, oh, I want to be a yogi.
Yeah.
I want to be a yogi, but
Yeah.
I can't do it. So I love that mindfulness can be in other ways, just like pure gratitude. And even if I didn't have time, let's say, to sit down and write my journal, I do have to say I have been making better choices lately and falling asleep early, which means I wake up early,
Right.
which means I have that alone time with new daylight. And it's inspired me to go outside my patio. And I I also don't take my phone with me, which has made a world of difference. But I haven't brought the journal out with me. I brought a book, which is kind of nice too. But I think being mindful to write it down. My husband always says, like, write it down. Yeah. Everything I talk about, write it down. I'm like, nah, I don't remember it. But
that's mental load.
Brain dumping.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're so good at that because we have such a powerful brain. We're mom brains, right? So
yes,
we're like mom fog, mom brain. It's also such a powerful like strength that we have. Like, superpower.
So we have to be able to kind of like let it exit and give it some respite too. Like let it 100%. Rest. So there's another funny thing that I'm doing it wrong. I know I'm doing it wrong, but I heard of tapping, right? So I started tapping. Yes. And so when my kids are like acting the fool, and they give me a little bit. Sometimes they do it to be funny, to be silly. So what I do is as kind of, it started off kind of like, I'm curious about it. So I was like, start tapping. I'm like, I'm a good mom. I'm not going to get mad. This is good. This is good. And when I did that, what's funny is then I kind of go like this. I do it in my face. I do it in my forehead. And then we all just start laughing. Whether it's working or not, it was a little bit of a, kind of like a distraction that snapped us out of this feeling of overwhelm and kind of the negative emotions. And it switched us. Just a simple act that was supposed to be for meditative practices. Obviously, I am disgracing the community of meditation and yoga and mindfulness, but it's not that. It's just I'm not as smooth with my moves. So it's harder for me to do that. So when I did it, it actually switched things kind of in the intention that I had was to switch things up. Well, it worked, but through humor.
Yeah.
And I think so I've been kind of doing it for fun. And I do think maybe it's working. Maybe that's also why it's working because I don't know if there's a distraction piece to it. I mean, what is this? Like, do you know anything about the whole...
I think it's supposed to ground you.
Grounding.
I think it's a grounding thing. So it's like, it's like when you're kind of spiraling and things are kind of out of control in your external environment, it's just out of control. I think you're supposed to do those like kind of taps where you're grounding like my chest and my shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, I love that.
I think it's supposed to like, kind of bring you back to like,
I love
center.
that. So it centers you kind of like shoes off, go in the grass, hang out on the grass, kind of like the grounding
in
thing.
the rain,
I love that. Okay, this is good. So maybe I'm doing it right.
But I think
ish.
No, I think you are doing it right. But then it becomes a humor, and then if things are chaotic at home and your kids are acting a fool, it makes them laugh, and it takes the heat.
Yes,
and you turn it into humor.
So it's working. So humor could also be a meditative, or could be a mindful kind of practice as well.
I think so. And I'm going to share this little thing with you. I saw it on, I don't know, on the gram or something like that. And it was like this lady who held a fork in front of her face like this. And then the caption says, every time I'm really annoyed with my husband, I hold it like this because I remind myself what it would look like if I was behind bars. Like jail bars. If I was to like,
that's amazing.
That's
amazing.
And so if my husband's just, we've been together for 19 years. We've grown up together.
Bless.
Like, we are best friends. Like, we have such great chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, we just came from Mexico and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I love being around, like, my husband. But that comes with, there's,
Yeah.
There's moments where he just drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
So then, we'll bicker, whatever, right? And I'll go to the kitchen and I'll just grab a fork and I just hold it in front of my face. And then we both just laugh.
Okay, that's
and
awesome.
Then that's it. That diffuses everything.
I'm going to start doing that. So my husband's like, why are you holding a fork to your face?
Never mind.
I'm like, don't watch that episode with Emily.
Yeah, totally.
I love that. That's such a great idea. So it really is a shift. It really is just like a mind shift. It just kind of like, whether it's humor or doing something funny or even truly saying, I gotta see what it looks like to be behind bars because I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah.
I love that. That is amazing stuff. Like I say, Emily, you're making all this wellness stuff, whether it's physical, beauty, mindfulness. You make it sound so, I don't want to say easy, but you make it sound so fun and delightful and appealing.
Good.
Like, what? Like, I actually want to do all this stuff. Like, I can grab a fork. I'm going to start like working out at home. Like, I love it because I and I especially love that you embrace like looking at what works for you, what is health to you, and really just thinking about that and not trying to be like everyone. For me, I hate, let's say, even like riding on an exercise bike. I like biking to a destination, but going on, no shade on anything like Peloton or anything. I love that, but I'm not a, stationary bike person. So I'm not going to force it. Like, why do that?
Why? Because it's a trend?
And falling to the so that's more of like the superficial, doing it for whatever's outside of your body. So I love that you go inside. So I usually like to recap because our audience, our listeners, they want to kind of go, okay, what did we talk about? Because we veered off a lot between the squats and the forks. So just to kind of the things that really stood out to me was like going easy on ourselves and like honoring what our definition of health is. I love that, and then finding creative ways to fit it in. I love that too, being realistic and then good to ourselves and understand what our lifestyle is and like not focusing on what other people are doing and how it works for them might not necessarily work for us. And then also, and the biggest thing is giving ourselves grace. I think I really have to work on that, knowing my limits, knowing when I have bad days and being okay with having the bad days. But do you have anything to add to that? I mean, you gave us a lot to unpack today, but do you have anything else you want to leave with our listeners and viewers?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm ever in a position to like kind of give any sort of like advice or anything, but I just
love her. She's so humble.
I just think you just need to do you, boo.
Just do you, boo.
Like, honestly,
she called me boo.
My boo.
I love it.
I feel like that reveals our age, though.
Oh God. You're supposed to call me, what are the words now? Cap, no cap? Like, what are these words?
I don't even know. Is bae not a thing anymore?
Bae's not a thing. That was like
gosh.
Decades ago, apparently. I don't know.
I'm just taking myself into
I said
the
grave. Yeah. I said something like slick or something. My husband, my kids, like the dog, everyone's looking at me going, what did you just say? Anyhow, you're right. I love that we just learned so much from you today. I feel incredibly equipped, and at the same time, it's very simple. Like you're not really putting any kind of extra pressure or anything that I don't already know. Right. And my butt thanks you today. I do thank you. So I want to first ask you, Miss Lash Lady.
Number 10. Are we at? I think we're at 10, guys.
Last one.
Hope you're counting.
Happy number 10.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I have good form. So where can our listeners and viewers find Emily Bowman?
So I am on the gram.
On the gram?
I am on the socials, the Facebook. I don't do... Is it still called the Twitter? I don't know.
Twitter? It's called X.
X? Is it X?
There's an X involved,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not on X. I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
I'm
okay.
not on X.
Okay,
I am
so
on the
don't
Google.
Go to X. Go on Google. So what is our little name? Our
My
user?
little handler? Nevaeh Jade Beauty Wellness.
Okay, so straight.
You'll
Nevaeh.
find me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I am so happy that you came here. I feel very enlightened, very inspired. And to all you caregivers and parents out there who just feel like you can't fit it into your life, to get moving, to put your lip on, to be mindful, just always know there is a way to give back to yourself, because we always find creative ways to give to the ones we love. So we can do the same for us, right? I mean,
can't pour from an empty cup.
Yes, we gotta fill that cup right back. So I want to say, show up for your family by showing up for you as well. And get that sass. And thank you for joining us here on Sass and Small Talk. Bye. Yay!
I need my sass back.
Signing off. See ya, guys. Bye.